chondroitinase. And then I think what really was a seminal paper that got the community really excited about the potential of chondroitinase in spinal cord injury was some work done by Liz Bradbury and her colleagues both at King's College in London and at Cambridge University. And she did a dorsal column lesion in rats with a wire knife, and then treated these rats for 10 days, dosing them every other day with chondroitinase. And what she was able to do was to show that not only was she able to induce a bit of sprouting, but she was able to cause functional improvements in their sensory and motor function. And she demonstrated this by the rats' ability to remove tape from their paws, and as we've shown here on the bottom right, on their ability to cross the ladder. And what she's shown here is that animals that were treated with chondroitinase had much fewer mistakes with their limbs. Another thing that was very interesting about this paper was that the functional improvement was greatly out of proportion to the degree of regeneration that they were able to show, which again introduced the idea that other things are happening with chondroitinase, things like plasticity or formation of new synapses, as well as possibly an anti-inflammatory or neuroprotective response, resulting in very rapid improvements. At the same time, the work from the Cambridge group, they were also working with a group in Italy, demonstrating that indeed there's more going on than gross regeneration with chondroitinase. And this was work published by Tommaso Pizzarusso, where he was able to show that in a rat that's developed past its stage where there's typically a lot of plasticity, that they're able to reestablish a period of plasticity in a nearly adult rat. And they demonstrated this by showing that they could reorganize their ocular dominance columns. And so what they did was they injected chondroitinase into the visual cortex, covered an eye, and were able to then alter where the central nervous system was responding to the open eye. And at Acorda, and I believe others around the world, felt that this was a real demonstration that chondroitinase may be applicable in situations where injuries were long established, and that we could restore the period of plasticity and perhaps allow the established and existing central nervous system to compensate for lost function and injury. We had started a lot of this work at a similar time, and we went to the group at Cambridge and King's College and were able to license patents that they had filed on